What's up, Banshees? We are recapping episode 4 of our final season with very special guest, Ivana Milicevic. You know her as Carrie Hopewell. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
What's up, AfterBuzzers? I'm Oriana Leo, and I'm joined today by my illustrious co-host, Isaac Johnson.
I still have yet to find out what that word means, but thank you so much. You can follow me on Twitter at Isaac Johnson or Instagram, the Isaac Johnson.
Gosh, I'm not good at that. And we have a very beautiful special guest in the house tonight. Can we all say hello to Ivana Milicevic?
Hello.
Yay!
There it is. Our studio audience has showed up.
They're freaking out over me.
They really are. We are so happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here finally.
Finally.
I was feeling like chopped liver.
Well, you're certainly not that.
I would like everyone to note the shirt that Ivana is wearing today.
Yes.
Her unicorns dueling under a Banshee Rainbow.
Yeah.
As they should.
Was that custom made for you?
I found the shirts at this company called Mountain T-Shirts with these dueling unicorns that actually somebody in the wardrobe department was wearing, and I was like, where did you get that? So I had planned to use the Banshee logo from one of the seasons over the rainbow, because I thought, if this doesn't depict Banshee, then nothing does.
Nothing does, no.
Yeah.
Well, it's beautiful. And let's just dive right into this episode. Innocent might be a bit of a stretch. Mm-hmm. We have some newcomers this episode. Mm-hmm. How did you feel about top level? We're going to do a little top level, break it down.
Top level breakdown.
Eliza Dushku.
Yeah, really happy to see her
me too.
Finally on the screen. 4 episods in. Only 4 more episodes with her too. I'm like, come on.
But listen, she already smoked crack, so we're on the fast track.
She's on some sort of track. I also like that we already revealed who the bad guy is. Like, we didn't wait till like the last episode. That was really cool.
Yeah, I would say the same. I was looking up who our newcomers are. Fred Weller, who plays Declan. We don't really know his name yet. He's Devil Incarnate.
Yes.
And his girlfriend is Jennifer Landon, and they freaked me out.
Yeah, this was like Hannibal or something like that. Like, Dr. Lecter would have been pretty happy. Like, I couldn't tell what they were cooking. At one point, they were frying something, and it maybe looked like brains to me. I don't know. Maybe my mind just went there because I was freaked out by.
What did you think when you first saw the episode edited?
Oh, at first I was like, what are we cooking? And who got to eat that? Was the first thing I thought, because I wasn't there for shooting that. And then it was just so creepy.
Yeah.
It was really creepy.
Really creepy. I really liked the sound that was focused on the chopping and slicing, the shing. Like, it just, you knew where it was going, but I was enjoying it.
We have such a good sound department, because they do really good sound design.
The blowtorch, like, it was just like, you could feel the gourmet foodiness in it.
Right.
And then they're just going to parlay that into
like a nice evening at home with your lady. Well, I'll get the
people
dishes.
have their kinks, don't they?
This is further than a kink for me. I'm not going to judge these people, but
seriously,
not going on in my
no
home.
judgment.
Yeah.
So, top of the line, we figure out, like you said, who the bad guys are.
Yeah,
we now have new information about the crime story.
Yeah, absolutely. I like seeing those also, by the way, or not. I didn't like seeing it because it was just completely creepy. But like those raised bumps on his head.
Yeah, what was that?
I mean, I know you can get like implants, like
that.
yeah, like
people do that.
People do all sorts of things.
It's like piercing, yeah, basically that. And to me, like, this guy is trying to, summon some sort of deity. Maybe he thinks he is the deity or something like that. And those and all the tattoos and. Ugh.
My feeling was like Devil Incarnate.
Yeah.
But he referred to.
I can't say too much, but yeah, because I'm like, I want to like tell you everything.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah,
just tell us what happens at the end.
Go ahead.
Murdered.
Yeah, we know.
No, he's definitely. Oh God, he's to me the worst kind of a bad guy.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, well, because he's like a true believer in what he's doing, and
exactly.
I like him summoning. Because you're saying like Devil Incarnate, it's like he's probably thinking that this thing lives through him, and that's why they do these sacrifices.
Exactly.
But they also are like popping malls in there and having a really good time.
Yeah.
That's like a love, like a sexual love.
It always is, though, isn't it? It's like love, sugar, sex, magic, all that stuff is like that.
It always is.
Mm-hmm.
That's like a thing.
Sure, I guess.
I mean, I don't know. I just heard. Actually, don't
that
quote
was
me.
a Red Hot
I'm going to do a
Chili Peppers.
Wikipedia entry on that.
I know. Well, they did say later when they found the body, which was gruesome again to see that scene, that kind of scene, because we saw that with Rebecca before, but he did, or Billy Raven, which is cool to see him
I know,
back.
yay, Billy!
He said that there's no signs of like sexual molestation or something like that. So I guess that wasn't part of their
Not
deal.
with the victim.
They're having
with the
sex with
victim.
each other while they cover themselves in a bleeding
She
blood
cuts her, and then
blood.
they have blood on the mouth, and they kiss each other. And,
In their way, it's like a loving act.
Yeah.
Like you know,
It's a
because I'm
sacrifice.
sure, like even I remember reading about the Mayans, and it was when you're chosen to be sacrificed, you're like, oh, our daughter's picked. Like it's like a really big deal. So I'm sure they think they're doing her a favor.
That's fascinating.
Possibly.
Thank you for that. We're gonna let you keep talking. So now we know we've got the satanic ritual, and we open, and I kind of want to talk about Lucas and Rebecca. I was really surprised. I mean, I don't know why anything Rebecca does should surprise me anymore, but Rebecca comes off as so fearful and
With
nervous
him, or
and
just-
scared.
yeah.
Her performance, Lily's performance, essentially, of when he's just like, get the F out of here. You know,
Yeah.
of course, her reaction is not the one that I was going to go with immediately, but she seemed to be really full of fear, and he's telling her, you can get out of here, and she really seems to believe that she can't.
She does not think she can. She has nowhere to go. Not really, because you forget that she had such a sheltered life her whole life.
Yeah.
So, yes, she moved, a couple of steps outside of the life she's always known, but she doesn't really know about the rest of the world.
I thought that was funny, too, of like, there's no world outside of Banshee. Like,
By the way.
in Banshee, that's it, right?
Yeah, that's it. That and that diner they were at, apparently. But, well, because she did say, too, because he says to her, like, the life you're choosing, what is it? The life you're choosing isn't the way, or something to that effect. And then she says, well, at least it's my choice. And it's like...
Well, that seems to be the issue for her, is that all these decisions were made for her on her behalf, which when you're a kid, that's how you feel.
Right? And she's now supposed to be in the story... What, she was maybe 24 when, I mean, she played older than the actress than Lily was.
Yeah.
But she's now 24, a kid in a sheltered place with nothing but bad influences around her.
Right.
But I think, and I know Lily, obviously Lily and I are very close, I think that she always loved Lucas or wanted him, like he was somehow special to her. So she always tried to have more with him. You know, in this time he could get away.
Yeah.
I don't know that that's her reasoning.
When he says, you know, for her to leave, and that's her, I'm just like, girl,
I know.
I'm so sorry for this girl.
Well, that moment when he grabs her wrist, and and then that's the kind of moment where he starts to kind of break down. I thought, like, is he seeing Siobhan there? Is that sort of reminding him of that? Is he having some sort of flashback?
Right, because Siobhan took care of him when he was...
Right. And I think he sort of realized that, and that's when he's like, you got to get out of here. And as you predicted last week, she did not rape Lucas. Although it didn't seem like he was all that willing, but he didn't really fight back.
No.
Yeah, but he has bullet wounds. I mean, she took advantage.
Sure.
Okay, so we see this interplay. I feel like she does have a death wish because when we find out later in the episode that she was pregnant, we know she's pregnant, but why would she do that and get, like, no protection, not on birth control? I know I'm probably thinking really deep into this, but
Probably
she has a death wish.
Yeah.
Death wish, in my opinion, because any situation that played out would end up being death.
Why are you saying that? Because she had any dealings with Lucas at all?
No, because if she got pregnant, Proctor would fucking kill her. Don't you think?
How would he know it wasn't?
No matter who wasn't by him.
Could have been that guy in the hall.
Yeah, but if it wasn't, I
right.
feel like Proctor's crazy like that.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but like people say that often, like no protection or whatever. We're not. We're trying to. We're just. But we're just cutting.
Yeah.
We're cutting time.
I mean, we could
oftentimes,
have
like
seen that happen.
opening the.
Hold on. All right.
Yeah,
got this,
exactly.
Well, she didn't get pregnant because she was taking it.
And then we.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
She wasn't taking anything, and she screwed all these guys. She was gonna get pregnant.
But we don't know that. Maybe she was on birth control, but it just didn't work.
You're right.
It does happen.
Yeah.
But these are the kinds of business.
on antibiotics, okay?
Right? Because when we say things like that to the writers, we're like, but how? They're like, oh yeah, no, you are, but it didn't work this time. Like, so they're never going to give you what you want. They're going to go down there.
Well, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Being as like your character has some sort of love for Lucas, like Why would you see a woman? Yeah, mad love for him. Why would you see Rebecca? I'm trying to think. Rebecca. Her real name's Lily. Sorry. Why would you see her going towards him other than that he's saved her bacon a few times? But what do you think it is?
I don't know if I should reveal it because I know what Lily the actress made it for herself.
Sure.
And I feel like you should have her here, and she would love to talk about it.
We would love to have her.
Oh my God, I'll talk to her.
Yes, please do.
Exactly, because I want her to tell the story, but we all have to build a whole story in our head to make these things work. And she has one for him, but I can tell you that love is funny with other characters because they don't have his
first outs, right? He was.
I don't think she was a virgin with him,
the first kind
but
of
certainly
love.
she didn't have a lot of. So he cared about her in this really weird "get out of here, I'm no good for you" way,
right?
Do you know? So there, whatever it is, and
whether it's a crush or love or whatever, but that was her first real intimate connection outside of her previous life.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And who knows what other things. And now I'm just making things up. Maybe she felt like he could protect her. Maybe she, like where that's who she held on to. And so many times she's been like, come on. And he's like, no. But she, and plus she's got daddy issues, I'm sure, so.
A few, perhaps.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So let's jump over to Carrie and Bunker. They're at the bottom.
That's you.
Because we see this really sweet moment in the jail cell, and I keep thinking, here Lucas is again in a cell, in the house out in the wood house. What is it?
The cabin in the woods.
Cabin in the woods. Thank you.
Right.
When we see him in the jail cell, we see the flashback to prison.
Right.
He's being interrogated again. It's just like, it's wow.
Yeah, but this time Carrie comes to see him.
This time.
What happened the last time? Why?
I went. I just thought I saw a bat. Oh, you didn't watch like the behind this, like the Welcome to Banshee stuff.
I did.
They tried to show that I more than twice. Tried to go there, but like
Something
he was heavily watched.
Sure.
Right, but I know everybody's so mad at me about that. But I'm like, I would have gone. I really would have. I had to make up a story why I didn't.
Well, so you do visit, and there's this total different sense of energy about Carrie and kind. I mean, I don't know. Was it because she got the apology last episode? I don't know. She seems like she's softened a little bit.
I think that she's been angry at him for a long time. That wasn't working either. I think she's just thawing as well. And the fact is, she does love this guy. It's just effed up, right? So I think, and everyone's been through so much. And can you imagine a whole other season of, like, she's mad that he left.
Yeah.
It's like, dude.
First you show up, then you leave, then you come back.
Then you leave again, then you threaten to leave, then you leave, then where were you?
Yeah.
Right? And now here you are.
Yeah.
So she ultimately loves him, and they've all been through so much. Can you imagine another season where she's pissed at him? Though I can't.
Yeah, no, I can't either.
Yeah. So they're just sort of in it together to whatever degree. She's willing to put up her house.
Yeah.
I thought that was a very sweet gesture.
And Dave,
I think she always would have, though. That's not new. Because even the first season, she's like, get out of here. Don't you leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Get out. Don't please go. Wait.
Yeah.
It was like a...
Yeah.
Right. So, but it was a sweet moment with them.
Really good, sweet moment.
I like that the first instinct is for him to ask about Job, which is really nice because that's, to me, more of the romance of the show, to me, him and Job. But then you ask him about him, like, but how are you doing? I thought that was really nice.
Yeah, because he's so tough and strong, but he's got some, leftover subconscious PTSD. So anytime he couldn't have been caged up before he was ever in a jail cell.
Right.
Do you know that? Right, so that character can't live like that.
Right. And we see that you, Carrie and Bunker are continuing this side relationship.
Right.
Vigilante justice.
Freelance vigilante.
Vigilante. What did I say? I said vigilante.
No, I was trying to be punny.
Oh, okay. Oh, vigilante.
Freelance, vigilante.
That's sure.
Nice.
Thanks.
I'll take it.
Tom and I had this backstory because we didn't shoot it, but we had this thing where one of the times he caught her. And had a conversation. But listen, this is in our imagination.
No, but we love it.
That makes a ton of sense.
Yeah.
The one day he caught her, and then she was like, "Look." And since he's, everyone kind of takes care of business and takes care of the bad guys in their own way. I think that she convinced him, and he was like, you know what? it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Let me help. How can I help?
And it probably wouldn't take a lot of convincing. I mean, they burned him like nearly alive last season, and he's been hell-bent on getting back at them and stopping them from what they're doing.
Yeah, but not just the Nazis. I mean, also the bad, all the bad guys.
Yeah, all of them, but
Right.
specifically those guys.
Exactly,
porn
and you
guys.
figure if Brock became the sheriff in part due to Kai's influence when Kai became the mayor and stuff like that, that means that was again corruptish. I mean, Brock is a really good guy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Corruptish.
Yeah, that's kind of
The
Banshee.
BSD is corruptish.
It's all sort of corruptish.
Right.
I love it. So you guys are in cahoots. Bunker loose lips sink ships, man. Like, why does he?
Oh, him making the phone call in earshot of Cruz.
And getting in the car, like, I mean,
in public. I thought, did they know that she's watching, or are they just not being careful enough?
We're making a show.
yeah, it's
For you.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But you're right. You're
Yeah.
right. No, absolutely.
I felt like I saw his reflection, that he saw that Bunker saw that Deputy Cruz saw him talking and maybe heard, but you never get to see his face. It goes out of focus. I'm like, oh,
Right.
Right.
Well, because the show is so smart and doesn't really just do stuff like that and just be like, oh yeah, she was around the corner, and they didn't think to be secret. I think I would think it has to play into the plot of the show. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah.
I know.
This is-
I'm looking forward to a really good Deputy Cruz fight, though.
Between you and her,
She's
would be
amazing.
pretty great.
She's pretty amazing.
She's coming in.
She is. When does she come? Oh.
Episode 6.
Oh, that's great.
Yes.
She's
come back.
awesome. You're gonna love her.
You can come back if you
I
like.
will.
Yeah, you're invited.
That would be
well.
amazing.
Yeah,
we had
wouldn't
all guys last season.
I
We're gonna get all the ladies in here.
What? Gotta get all the ladies in the house.
Seriously.
I was number one in that campaign to get you all in here.
Love it. Thank you.
Okay, one by one. So we see Carrie get her badass on, which I have to say,
Thrilling.
so
Guys,
awesome.
Thrilling.
I got a flamethrower.
I know.
That was just a fist pump moment for me.
Amazing.
I loved seeing it. I thought this is especially the slow mo run. I mean, like that is. I mean, this show has done like sort of an homage to '80s action, that kind of thing. That slow mo run, like as an actor, like that's gonna be just a very cool moment.
It was really cool, and they kept making me go back again because I was trying to do the run like kind of scared because of what I went through. They're like, no, just go like Terminator, and I was like. And I did a bunch of them, but they picked the freaking. I had this all along. And I got to play with a flamethrower that was real. I saw somebody tweet or ask if the flames were real. Yes, all of it was real. They added probably more.
Sure.
But the place I was working in was ablaze.
Okay.
To the point where I was still in there during that circle shot at the very end where I'm like, oh, which way, where am I going to go? All of a sudden, I don't hear anything anymore because everyone by Video Village that's looking at the shot has left because it got so smoky. I was blowing and coughing up black soot for so long. It was really intense, but it looks like it
amazing.
too.
Yeah.
It looks like it.
Well, I have to ask about the Carrie mood setting because the outfit and the makeup of like before getting ready to kick ass, it's like I gotta get and put an extra.
Well,
I was like, yeah, girl, get it.
Yeah, well, the idea is like, I don't know, in my head, 1, it looks cool.
Yeah,
it totally does.
2, like as if I'm like, making my face darker. Do you know, like like a mask?
Yes. But
Sort
if you're gonna kick ass, you should definitely look amazing while you do it. So.
Right, and the leather was part function as well because I had to. Again, it looks good in darkness with lights flicking off of it. But I had so many layers of flame retardant underneath the leather, and then they had to cover the leather with flame retardant. My hair was in a ponytail because that was a safety thing. I had flame retardant in my hair all over my face.
Right.
How does wardrobe?
They all prepared. It's really intense. We had a whole fire department there. We had everybody was ready because. But the funny thing is the flamethrower. The stream of fire, what that actually is just alcohol. So that catches fire very quickly with the flame. And it looks amazing, but even when I was spraying all the boxes, the boxes wouldn't catch fire because the alcohol evaporates so quickly that it's not even enough time for it to catch fire. Some things would catch more fire, especially if a big pool of alcohol was squirted. But the beginning scenes, it got crazy at the end.
Yeah.
It was controlled, but it was. I had a flamethrower. That's all
amazing.
I got to say. Like that
Very
may never
cool.
happen again. It was real. They built me one, a real one.
Yeah, well, I like those guys lying to you, like, can't you hear us or something like that, and they're like, no, I can hear you just fine.
I know, it's great. And this,
I think you're about to hear me.
The silhouette beatdown,
right?
Amazing.
Very
and
cool.
The stunt coordinator, I'm sure, handled that. Did you do that yourself?
I did not do the silhouette beatdown because, kudos to Jen
really...
Cobb, my stunt double, because I had to come around the other side, and there was actually no, like, to get that shot of the silhouette, there was nowhere for me to go and come out.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So, like, I had to be waiting to come out so that it looked like it was like a cowboy switch almost. Because there was, that shot was impossible with one person. Because of the set.
Great shot.
Certainly.
Though.
And did you do all of the flame throwing, or was she in there at any point?
She was in there for when the explosion was really close to her. So no, I did all the flames. She didn't even get to throw any flames.
Oh man.
She hit the ground hard because those explosions were really close to her.
Oh,
so they were like, you
gotta get out of here.
I would imagine they would be, no, we're not going to sacrifice you in this episode.
I mean, I don't want anyone sacrificed, but there are times where they're like, I don't care if you want to do it. You just can't. It's such a huge liability.
Yeah.
Amazing scene. Just overall love the badassness. Much appreciated. Thank you.
And you guys are getting why she's doing it all.
Yes, of course.
It's like
her
homage.
Yes.
To sweet Gordon.
And I love that, we get a lot of references about Bunker calling you Mrs. Hopewell, and there's
I thought that was nice.
beat, and Job refers to it as well, of like, is this what he would really want you to be doing? Great question.
Yes and no, but a lot of good. That did anyone.
This is Banshee.
So, yeah.
So we see the intersection during this crime story. We see Brock and Proctor, the Nazis, all of these different characters kind of coming into play. I feel like Brock feels so impotent.
Yeah.
He can't do anything. He says as much. I don't know anything.
Yeah, I think he's doing everything that he knows how to do, but he still knows that it's not going to be good enough. I mean, he knows that Hood is innocent. There's no way he could have done this. But he's just trying to do what he knows how to do, be a cop,
Well, I think it gets under his skin that I feel like he knows that Hood could do this job way better. Even if he broke all the rules, when it comes down to it, finding the killers, bringing justice.
Even that
he's better.
Yeah, well, even that he's like, look at these pictures. Someone who did this took time to do it. This isn't like a crime of passion or something like that.
Right. It's embarrassing.
Yeah, and he's just like, look, just think. And he's like, I don't know anything. I'm like, well, that's the best thing you've said yet. I heart Brock, and I feel for him in this moment that he's just paralyzed. He can't do anything.
And he's always a beta male to Lucas.
Totally.
Yeah.
That's a great. Yeah. Absolutely. And then we see Proctor storm in.
Yeah.
I was there to watch that. That was hilarious.
Especially because rumor has it that Ulrich is a bit of a grumpy bear sometimes. So to see
but it's the most lovable, loving, grumpy bear. We call him Uncle Grandpa.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
He's, you know what? He's just like a really serious actor. So he will question motives and writing and things for his character. And, you win some and you lose some.
Sure.
But
his performance
that was really funny.
Amazing, always.
He's so good.
I'm always waiting. I never see anything but Proctor and real. Like, it's so real and raw.
Oh, yeah.
And he's so simple, too.
Yeah. I love seeing him, like, trying to open the door, and then Brock steps in there. What are you doing? And Hood's like, let him in.
What?
Yeah, let him in. Let's do this if we're going to do it. And then seeing Brock draw down on him was, like, just the last moment of him being like, look, I'm still the sheriff. Like, you're the mayor, but I'm still in charge here. And, like, I think he would have shot him.
I wanted to ask, did you think Brock would do it?
I think he would have.
Do you think Brock would do it?
I think Brock would have shot?
Yeah.
That would have been, he would have, no way. Not ultimately. No. He would have thought about it, and ultimately, Brock is so good that he can't shoot the mayor.
I've thought that in the moment he came really close, and that was the first time we've seen him pull it.
Depends on the day, depends on the day. Maybe Emily called with more bullcrap.
True, yeah.
Right? And on that day,
could have been. I just saw him as
he was losing
just trying to grasp the last bit of control he could in that moment. And I thought, like, it's really great that her agent Dawson comes in there to save them, because I think it was about to go down there. I don't know.
I was thinking shoot his foot. You know, like
exactly. Okay, maybe he would have. Maybe he would have to say, "Damn it, I've got some power.
I have a gun and I can use it."
And I wonder if he'd be allowed legally.
Yeah, maybe if he's
because he's obstructing justice.
But
exactly.
Let's remember, we have Veronica Dawson comes in, and when Proctor says you have 24 hours, and she says the thing that no one will ever say, which is, and then what happens? Like, what's the threat? What do you? I love that she said it, because it's like no one's ever said that before.
It was almost meta to me, because I'm like, bad guys say that and stuff all the time. It's like, well, then what?
Then what?
You kill everybody, or there's only one of you.
And I also like that, because I think that there was a different reaction, because I was there when they were shooting that scene, because it was too delicious to not be there, and I love how they ended it, which was Proctor just like, I'm actually not going to say a thing. I'm gonna think about this, or whatever it was, where it's like, I don't have the time for it, or whatever, versus any quip back.
Sure. It's like, in 5 minutes, I'm gonna have the best comeback to that. You just wait right here and go write some stuff down.
He has Burton. He doesn't need a comeback.
It was still menacing.
Oh, yeah.
Like his silence was like, that's worse. Yeah. That was the only way he could get
and scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we do get to meet Veronica Dawson, which, by the way, best name ever. I don't know. That's
Very
what
cool.
I want my FBI agent name to be.
Okay, we'll make that happen.
I haven't seen Eliza Dushku in a while. I don't know about you guys. She's
as gorgeous as ever.
Freaking fantastic.
Yeah.
Really, really good. I believe her. Really believe her.
She's really good.
Yeah, I love seeing her interrogate it, or try to interrogate Hood. You know, he knows what's up the whole time. My husband died and he was shot in the neck. I'm like, these are a lot of specific details that don't sound true.
See, I believed it, and I read the script, and I still believed it when I watched it. I was like, oh yeah, because I'm gullible.
I just thought when he says it, even in the scene, there's like, you've been doing this too long to know that this wouldn't work on me. So maybe you're hoping.
But that was hot. That was good.
Oh, it was
good. Great interaction. And I kept thinking too, I'm like, he's gonna turn this back on her, FBI, like, which made me really concerned in our closing of, you know, we see her smoke something that's probably crack. I don't know.
It's crack.
It's crack.
It's gotta be.
She continues to perform with sunglasses and, like, you know, does her examination of the body, which I'm guessing is the same day or next day. I don't know.
I think they called her. They're like, come now.
Oh, yeah,
I think
right
she's still
now.
high.
So she's still
come
high.
now. Exactly. But that's her like, get down to business zone.
Yeah. Clearly.
I mean, I don't know what crack does. Is it kind of like meth where you focus?
I don't know.
But then there's a different, you know, there's a lot of different lab rats.
I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
different people have a different reaction.
I don't have any
drugs.
experience with this, so I can't comment.
Yeah,
but
I don't know either.
Okay, yeah.
For the record, she didn't even clean off the thing that, I mean, there's like a junkie there. She put the newspaper down, but then she puts the same thing in her mouth that the junkie just had in her mouth. And priorities
but I'm
here.
Sure,
she might have a really strong immune system, and maybe that's why.
That's why she smokes crack, though. It's an immune booster.
Yeah.
Not to but don't forget, she had like her pinky up when she was like
very sophisticated way of smoking the crack.
She's a lady, guys.
Yeah,
I was thinking
every day
with heels on too. By the way,
Wolf of Wall Street is what I was thinking when they smoke crack and they go bananas, and I was like, gosh, she seems like she's really got it together. She must be doing this often.
Yeah.
I don't know though. Like, do we really know? No. All I know about crack is what I see in movies, and I don't know if that's how it is either.
Because this is TV.
Yeah, who knows?
I know. None of us know.
Yeah.
Fans,
but it's got to be different people, because I know friends who do different drugs, and they all have different reactions to them.
Sure.
Everybody is different. Okay.
Yeah, guys.
Pretty spaced out there for a minute. I do like Hood being the one to call her out, and like, I know something about burnouts. Like, you think you're interrogating me, but I've got your number.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Well, Hood was always that way, right? He'd always be like, I see the cat hair on your dress. Why are you wearing black bra with that white shirt, lady? Like he's always on it.
Yeah,
not you.
Oh, okay.
So remember, like the
white shirt and a black shirt. I'm like,
the like with a psychiatrist.
Oh yeah,
like he'd always profile everybody right back.
Right.
Right.
That's his defense mechanism.
Just leads to like more interesting points about who he really is. We've called him like Fat Al or however you say his name is.
Soldier Boy.
Called him the Soldier Boy, and like we keep getting little pieces about like how he knows all this stuff. He has to have some sort of training, but love seeing it come into action there.
Yes, and I used to date a guy that was like an SAS trainer. Like he trained SAS people,
Oh, wow.
and he like because of just their training. He never walked into a room without knowing, and it wasn't obvious. You can't unlearn that. You're just like
deep paranoia. To say, keep yourself alive.
I don't even think it's paranoia. They just can't. It's just second nature to know where exits are and what's going on and where the bag is and where.
Case the joint.
I think maybe because I don't even think it's paranoid. It's just you're like, oh, that's where everything is. Because in fact, I think people who are super skilled that way, they're not scared all the time. Because if you're scared all the time, you can't act when you need to.
Yeah.
They just know where everything is, all chill, so that when it's go time, that's all there.
Yes.
So they can act quickly.
Right. Because they're anticipating go time, right?
Yes. Well, they're ready for it because of training.
Yeah,
Right.
it's instinctual at this point. It's so much in his DNA, he just can't help but do it. You know?
Right. Even when we train for the show, when we do martial arts, like you think you're supposed to be, you're not. You're chill, so that you can react. It's the same thing.
I love
Guys,
that.
it's the same. Yeah.
Guys, it's the same
You got to
thing.
read this book, The Gift of Fear.
I'm writing it down.
Write it down. Everyone should read that because it talks to all of these things.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's really important. Actually, every woman needs to read
I'm already reading it, okay?
Awesome. Can you talk about your training? It's the martial arts training.
Sure.
Just anything about that's been interesting about it?
I fell in love with it. It turns out I was really good at punching. Okay, so like
believe it.
different people that come on are good at different things. For instance, we have like Anna was a ballerina, so she's a magnificent kicker. I hate kicking. I suck at it. I don't look badass doing it, right?
Okay.
And so every fight that was choreographed for me had a lot of like hands because I was good with my hands.
Sure.
So the first year they brought some Kali and Sealot guys. Have you ever seen people fight with like two sticks?
Yep.
So that's what I was really into and good at. We trained in almost everything. Like there was a time where they brought jiu-jitsu guys and I was like, I do not want any sweat on me because I'm just like because when you're doing that, you can like getting sweat in your mouth.
Getting really close.
Is a totally normal thing. I was like, no.
Yeah.
Give me 2 sticks and a knife. Give me a stick and a knife, and I'll do it that way. It was
so
really good.
gross.
It's disgusting, and I
the
want
worst
no
thing.
part of it.
Yeah.
I took a Krav Maga
I'm
self-defense
glad
class.
that you drew the line right there. That's a good place to draw.
But I like grappling if no one was sweaty.
But even-
Everybody knows that about me too, because they try to hug me when they're all sweaty. And
Taking
there's
more
a
notes.
Time and
No sweaty
There's a time and
hugs.
space for sweat. If you know.
I took a Krav Maga self-defense class, and that required.
That's beautiful.
It was great, but it required a level of intimacy with the instructor that I was not comfortable with.
Why did you take it? For fun?
Yeah, no, just for self-defense. But
I got a class for you.
they're giving you the real life experience, but I'm like, I'm in a class and I don't know you, and you're on me.
Can we all
Yes.
take a class together?
Yes.
I love that. You
Oh my
guys-
God, I will actually. You know
guys
what?
can
I
beat
will.
me up if you like.
Sign,
I'll be the
I'll sign
dummy.
up.
No, we'll talk about it after the
'Kay.
show. We totally can.
Oh wow, that'd be
This
cool.
class I took actually changed my whole. I was already pretty tough, and people didn't bother me, but it was like next level.
Oh,
I'm a tall girl. I
next
don't
level
look
toughness.
like you can.
No,
Yeah, no.
I'm-
This is amazing.
I've seen you
talk
break
about
fingers. I would not mess with you.
like break them and pulverize them. More like.
Yeah, just continue.
I
was
do
the-
get to do
Was
good
that
stuff.
a real was that like a
both? It was real and then a fake one, so that I
it
could
was, like,
actually bang
just
his hands.
wailing away at that
Oh my
guy's
gosh,
finger. It was like at
I
some
know,
point I was
and guys, it's
"Stop."
so heavy. That thing, it is
Yeah.
like it is so heavy and so painful. If I just put it like if I just went like this,
Yeah.
you'd be like,
Yeah.
So I have a question about your firearms, because you have some
Yes.
really amazing handguns that when I'm watching like the long lens zoom out from it, I'm thinking that is a heavy gun.
yeah, they're heavy.
Are they legitimate heavy, or are they lightened a little bit so that you can handle them?
No, they're heavy.
Because those are some heavy.
They're heavy. Depends on the scene and what we're doing. Like when
Right.
there's because sometimes we really don't have time to shoot what we need to shoot. So there's times where they won't even put blanks in it, and we'll put them in post because there's too many heads in the
Sure,
way, and
yeah.
and we do not even mess around with safety
Yeah.
with that stuff. And I have such respect for firearms, and they are very heavy. And the funny thing is because I actually do like to hit targets. I don't love guns. I actually prefer to hit targets with a bow and arrow. I just have a major respect for firearms, right?
Yeah.
Katniss, no. And when you're shooting half rounds of blanks, there's so much dust that it's actually hard to not blink when you're shooting.
Right.
So people look more unprofessional with it, because I wouldn't blink with full rounds with a real bullet.
Sure.
Right.
It's an
It's
automatic.
how no, because you're getting dust in your eyes at every.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No, I've shot real guns before, and like just at targets, and like it's a cool experience, but like also like a
power.
Yeah, it's terrifying at the
You
same
could
time.
just
Yep.
you could shoot somebody if you
Yeah.
if you went crazy all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It happens. So speaking of crazy, all of a sudden, we meet Randall Cody Watts.
Oh yeah, he's crazy.
Yeah,
Isn't
what
he
a
amazing?
performance.
He's so amazing that I'm terrified of him.
I'm
'cause
really freaked out.
At this point, like, I'd just love to meet him in person to know he's not that guy.
He's not. And he even said, he's like, this is the nastiest character I've ever played. Because it's hard to play hateful people like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's hard even when you read something, you're like, I have to do what?
Yeah.
Like you have, but anyway, go on. He's awesome.
No, he is. Well, I auditioned for something a couple of weeks ago where I had to like smack a woman around. It was like hard. I was like, I don't want to do this.
You
But-
don't. I know. You have to find why you would.
Oh yeah, and I absolutely did, but it's just like it's still like me as a person doesn't want to do that. So I imagine him just
Saying
tapping
that
into
awful
this. It's very believable.
And let's talk about that parole committee. I mean, my skin was crawling the way he personally called out each and every one of them, especially the child.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Although we know that there's Jews nearby Banshee, making it an even more diverse area.
Yes. Where are there?
Yes, Shoshana is the baby girl. He was referring
Yeah. Oh,
to
that's
her.
what you're saying. I thought you meant like we had. I'm like, wait, did I miss a whole? Yeah, of course.
The prison
we have
is
everything.
not- the prison isn't in Banshee though.
Right.
But I was just like, all right, people are being represented and
Yes.
targeted equally.
Yeah, they're
By
all being
crazy
targeted
violence.
by all of these
Oh
slaves.
yeah, no one is.
Yeah, no one
one's
is. But
safe.
No one
it
is
makes
safe.
sense because that's who that guy would be. He has to speak like that. It's just it's unnerving to hear it. But
It's totally unnerving.
What do we think Burton did to Ted or threatened? Because I was so wanting to see that happen. I just love Matty Roush. I love his performances.
maybe he just gave him his other ice cream cone and then they were good to go.
They were just talking. They just talked about it. They're like, here's your ice cream.
Look, like if you buy me an ice cream cone, I will help you out later.
Maybe.
Do we think he's killed him?
I
No,
don't-
he can't kill him. He needs him to
get his
do
approval,
something.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering if he blackmailed.
Does he have children? Does he have a family?
who
He didn't
knows?
talk about that.
No.
He
Watts
didn't, but-
say any of that. But you can assume.
You can assume there's some major threats.
assume.
Plus, they are, as according to Watts, minimum wage pencil dicks. So
Right.
Yeah.
maybe they can't afford to lose their jobs either.
Right.
Possibly not.
Like any of us. Okay, so we see this outrageous exchange. We see him walking free, and we see the reaction in the
Oh, in the
household.
house. Well, and to find out that that's her dad.
Yeah.
Yes. Talk about constipation in the household. Everybody was like,
The potatoes.
Yeah.
The potatoes are dry.
yes.
Well, like right after he passed down a level of misogyny to his son after berating his wife for not cooking the potatoes right and gives him that little wink. He's now like the child in this situation. Like,
Yep.
what are you doing here? Like, oh wow, I'll just come right on in, sit at the head of the table, and eat off your plate, and then wink right back at you to put you back in that place.
Yep. Really disgusting. But realistic, I imagine. That power play, that alpha, beta. We've got what's our bunker? What's his brother's name?
Calvin.
Sorry,
Calvin Bunker.
So Calvin's, trying to alpha up and getting drunk and saying, "What is done? What is done?" And here he showed. Now we're gonna find out.
What's what?
Yeah, who's the boy? Who's the man?
He's gonna have to act quick if he wants to
Save his. Well, here's the thing. He doesn't want to save his son.
No, from what? He's saving his son right now.
Right.
From his point of view.
But his wife obviously wants to get out and wants to save her son. So it's like we've got a real storm brewing, and we know how much Banshee likes to burn.
This is the burning season.
Yeah.
It's a lot of burning.
A lot of burning. I feel like every season now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, something.
I
has
think
to
that
go.
maybe there's more.
A
this year.
giant. There's
Yeah.
usually. I'm waiting for a giant.
Well, we kind of had one with the Amish school teacher guy too. He was also ginormous.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean bigger than Chayton and?
I just mean Chayton sized.
Okay, so something from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
we and has to get a beat down from a giant, or it wouldn't be.
Right.
It wouldn't be Banshee.
Yeah.
Okay, and let's just wrap up and talk about Job.
Oh,
Man, oh man, oh
Poor
man.
guy.
How about his performance this year?
Amazing.
Who would have even thought? Like we would have thought, but like the audience when he had all that quippy dialogue and just to come out with this powerhouse performance this year.
Yep.
Broken and. What were you going to say?
Oh no, we're just
No,
listening to you because we
I-
have our thoughts, but we want to hear you.
Yeah.
I just think he's playing it so well and perfectly broken with this, like you can see the underlying him wanting desperately to get back out and be who he built himself up to be, and just like, and then he gets pushed back in.
And the way that it's shot and edited with the emotional editing, I really feel like it conveys PTSD.
Oh yeah.
You can feel, you know, it's like the trigger, you're watching the trigger happen, whether it's just light from the window, and it's creating this intense physical experience that he cannot escape.
Yes.
Even, you know, he's trying as hard as he can. It just shows, like, by the way, boys and girls, this happened to all kinds of people.
Oh, yeah.
We did this to them.
Yes, exactly.
And no, you may not have pulled out any fingernails, but I bet you somebody would rather have their fingernails pulled out than have a lot of that stuff done.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was heartbreaking to see more of the torture happening, the music thing, and all the lights.
Real.
It made it very real.
Yes.
And there's been a few times this show to me has been, you know, obviously very emotional. But the moment where he says to you, like, don't leave me.
Yeah.
That moment brought me to tears.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, it
Right
really
now.
did.
I know, he was so good.
It brought me to tears at that moment because I thought, like, he just wants to feel safe, and even though he's gone from this, you know, this torturer, he still doesn't feel safe.
He's not
I know
safe in
that
his own
Carrie's a
mind.
jerk, and she's like all like,
Stay in the
stern
car.
mama. Fine, but you're staying in the car. Like, I wanted to be like, come here, but
I got the feeling that's for his own good.
well, exactly. Where it's like,
liability.
you have to, you can't. You,
Yeah.
I mean, she. I think that she wanted to take care of Job because she's like, new baby.
Right?
Yeah.
I have a new baby.
Right? Absolutely. And I feel like her vengeance is also new baby. Like, outlet of whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if he's in the middle of the action, he could get you killed, or he could get killed himself. So you can't have him outside the car.
Exactly.
But what I thought was interesting, the way they juxtaposed Job in his own cell. Like, he's in a cell no matter where he goes, right? Whether it's the car, whether it's the bedroom, whether it's the black cell that we saw him being tortured in, and we see that next to Lucas.
Yes.
And I feel like there's this brotherhood, bromance, but it
Yes.
goes so deep into their conditioning, their being broken. You know, all of that is that they're in a prison of their own minds.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're alone. They're lone wolves. Even as bros, they. Well, I don't know. Actually, I can't speak to that because they have their own thing there. But these two characters ultimately always feel alone, right? Because subconsciously, can you ever really trust anyone? Maybe there's people you trust more than others, but
Yeah.
after everything you've been through.
Yeah, was he, because he's in the truck and that traumatic moment, all the explosions, and he says, just move or something like
Right,
that.
trying to get himself to go.
And that's what I was thought. I thought, is he rooting for you to be like, please come out of there?
I think it
because
could be
can't-
read either way. It could be like, come on, get out of there, like hurry up, telling me to do it, and telling himself as well, because like telling me to do the thing that he would be there.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think it's both.
Yeah.
Well, and because I thought the only reason he could be, if
I don't
he
even
was,
think that was scripted, by the way.
Oh no,
I
Oh,
think
yeah.
that that's something when they were doing his
He just-
coverage, he just summed up
great.
in the
was-
moment.
Yeah.
It perfectly
Gold.
captured the moment, because I'm like, he's either saying you have to get out of there because I literally can't come and get you because there's no way I can do it because I'm so broken,
Right.
or he's telling himself like you got to save her, but he can't.
Both. I think. Gotta have Hoon on here.
Yeah, we did. We had him last season. Amazing.
Okay, good. Right.
We will hopefully get Hoon back.
Love to have him again.
So we're coming down to the closing portion of our show this evening.
Oh man.
I know, but I wanted to kind of do, if we have any other questions we'd like to ask Ivana before we go into news and gossip and all that goodness.
Oh my gosh.
I know, I'm putting you on the spot.
I know, you're
Sorry.
putting-
I talked a lot, I feel like.
You did great. A+.
You have talked a lot.
I'd like to tell you that I watched. I think it was an interview you did with Self. But you shared some makeup tips, ladies. I know you're out there.
Oh,
you were
yes.
talking about blush.
I have
hot-
it on like this. Do
and
you
then,
see it?
Yes, I do. Blush up on top and a little bit on the nose, and the highlighter.
Just to kind of make it look like you have a sunburn,
So,
like, oh, you're sun-kissed.
I changed my life.
Did you do it?
I'm doing it. I'm putting all of it up
yeah,
high.
especially now in the
And then
summertime.
The eye opener. Oh my gosh. So just shout out to, was it Self?
Tweet me, guys. I'll tell you.
Yeah,
I'll give you
tweet
makeup
Ivana,
tricks.
like amazing makeup tricks. Anything else you're dying to know?
Well, because I've seen.
Do you want to know anything from other seasons? Like, what was I thinking?
I actually
Yes.
have some questions about other projects you've been in.
Oh, okay.
Just because I'm a big movie fan, and Tom Cruise is someone that I like. You worked with him
Twice.
Can you just talk about that a little bit, just like how it was?
I will say this because
Vanilla
actually
Skies-
I was in a movie with him twice. I only
Vanilla
worked
Skies
with
is
him
what
once.
I'm thinking.
Yes,
I love
exactly.
that movie.
That man, when he talks to you, I'd met him before because we had mutual friends, and so we found ourselves in the same place. I want to say he remembered my name later
I believe
on.
it.
Like, I don't know what tricks he uses or how he does it, but it was incredible. And he is so present with you when he's meeting anyone. This isn't just me.
Yeah.
Where you're like, I feel I love you too. This is so weird. He's really incredible. Like, people who are that disciplined and dedicated are really impressive to me because I struggle with discipline. Like, I'm really good at relaxing.
I'm really good at discipline, so FYI.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, too much sometimes.
I mean,
we need a mix of us.
Yeah, I've heard that over and over about him, but it's like I've never spoken to someone who's actually worked with him. So I thought, like, I just want to know. I mean, it makes
super giving.
Yeah,
all those real ones are. Will Smith was like that too when I did Enemy of the State.
Yeah.
Just letting me have the jokes because we did a lot of improv.
Sure.
Like, it's just so nice when somebody,
especially
coming onto a set like that with huge stars, you want to feel free. And if you're nervous, then because you already are,
right?
You're scared. Oh, Bill Murray too. I just did like Aloha with him, and I was I was so scared because I love him so much.
Yeah.
That I went so scared that I went the full circle back to, well, I don't feel scared at all. Like, it was because I just couldn't. There's nothing I could do but show up. Yeah, exactly. I maxed out.
You maxed out. That's awesome.
Just remembered your scene with Will Smith as in a lingerie store. I don't know why that called back to my memory, but that was nice.
It was a good one. That's
great.
why.
It was really fun. It was with Tony Scott. Rest in peace.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do we have any news?
We do have some news.
Oh, Isaac, look at you.
I did some research, some preparation for this show. Don't be so surprised. Our news and gossip is that Tommy Pelfrey just got cast in Marvel's Iron Fist on Netflix.
Congratulations, Tommy Pelfrey.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yay!
Very cool. Everybody just keeps getting jobs from this show.
Yep.
Yes.
It's wonderful to see.
By the way, I was not in the loop that him and Lily are an item. So I just found this out, and I texted Isaac, OMG, have you heard? And he's like, yeah, like 6 months ago. I'm like, damn it, I've been in my work cocoon.
Up. You gotta Instagram suck people.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Not as good at that. What projects are you working on, or is there anything upcoming?
After Banshee, I did a 6-episode arc on this show. I've only been back for a couple weeks, actually, on a show on Stars called Power with Omari Hendricks and Mr. 50 Cents.
Oh,
yes.
How is Mr. 50 Cents?
I only met him once. He's like so soft and like gentle. I don't have any scenes with him. I just met him after, and he's just like, hey, like, you think he's gonna be like
some big,
give me offering me some candy or something, but he wasn't. He was just like so sweet.
Would he sing the birthday song to you on your birthday tomorrow?
Oh God, I wish he would.
Do you want to start a rendition?
I'll let you start it if you'd like to.
No, I don't think I'll do that. But happy birthday!
Thank you. It's tomorrow.
Ivana's birthday's tomorrow, so please tweet her.
Yeah, any of you Banshee babes out there that want to tweet her?
Oh yeah,
Banshee babes.
Ding 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 ding. Okay, now before we wrap up, where can the people find you, Ivana, on Twitter?
Oh, just my name at Ivana Milicevic. Same with Instagram. Okay. On everything, I think it's just my name, except for Snapchat, where I think I'm Ivana the Hutt. But I don't know what to do with Snapchat.
I don't either.
But I have it.
Me too.
So
stay tuned.
You're like a big Star Wars fan, Ivana the Hutt, I guess then, right?
I am. I just went to Disneyland yesterday with Lily. If you guys saw my Instagram,
I did see that actually.
I bought a bunch of Star Wars gear.
Isaac's a huge
Star Wars is all that matters to me in the world.
Oh, wait till you see my pajamas.
My wife matters to me very much, but also Star Wars. Had to put that out.
I also like Star Trek though.
Yeah, I
like both.
I can go for Star Trek.
Star Trek does have Vulcans.
Yes. Okay, we're gonna have to take this conversation. Carry on at the end of our show. Isaac, where can the people find you?
We're not gonna do any predictions.
Oh, predictions. Sorry.
Oh
my gosh.
Come on.
Predict away, my friend. Gosh, I almost ruined it.
And now your AfterBuzz.
And now I have to go because
you do.
What can you predict it's gonna be at the end of the season?
What can I predict?
Nothing, probably.
I can predict something that'll happen in episode 9.
Oh, good one.
Okay.
I'll throw out a prediction. It's the same one I had last week, that I think this episode and the next episode are going to be somehow a two-parter, like half and half. We're going to have some storylines tied up in the next one, new ones brought up. It's going to carry us home. Plus, I'm also predicting, I'm hoping I see a Deputy Cruz Carey and or Deputy Cruz Burton fight.
I'm rooting for Cruz Carey. I can see that going down. That'd be awesome to see. I think that Proctor still doesn't know where Hood has been staying, but I feel like he would have to know. Like, if it's one of his properties, wouldn't he know that? I don't know.
And there's a flamethrower anywhere nearby, because it's all wooden.
Yeah, well, and if he does, he's not going to be happy that he was staying there. But somehow I see that being some sort of comeuppance there. Okay. The ramifications of burning down the drug silo, or whatever that's called, that's going to be big. That's going to be massive. It means that I don't know, like the Brotherhood, like Kai is in a tough position because he made this big promise to the cartel. And now, yeah, right?
How we not mention that?
We don't even know who this guy is, by the way.
We don't.
The guy on the private jet we see for 5 minutes. We've never even talked about it. Sorry,
but he made this massive promise to them, and now he's going to have to try to get the Brotherhood to do his bidding. But now their place has been burned down, so they're going to probably try to leverage, like, well, if you're going to do that, then you're going to just, like, I don't know, cut us in, or I don't know, something like that. And then what else did I write here? Well, the surgical incision on the new girl looked different than Rebecca's, so I'm still not sure that she was part of that. Maybe it was. I still think it was made to look like it's part of that, but I don't know, because they certainly are pointing to, with the flashbacks with Rebecca, that that her and Proctor were at odds. Like, he's trying to sort of cut her out, and even that point where she says, "I'm dangerous too," I'm like, are you really that dangerous? Right. I don't know. I think you're just getting yourself in trouble.
Excuse me. That's my alarm.
Probably move your car alarm or something. It's LA.
Also, I was thinking that the only nurse we know or medical professional we know is the coroner and Emily Lotus.
I think the coroner's...
Emily Lotus.
The coroner's off my list at this point.
Just saying. Okay.
He's off my list at this point. We saw them drugging her up and all other sorts of weird stuff.
We will find out.
Yeah, those are my predictions.
So sorry, I almost ruined it. Do you have any predictions?
That you can say and not get fired or not hired in the future?
Could you imagine? Yeah. I predict...
Do you predict what the fans
I had a prediction,
will do?
but then do I predict what the fans will do? No, I don't even know. This is our show is so crazy, even for us. We're like, bring it.
Yeah. I predict that you will be back with Lily.
Yes, I like it.
I also predict that.
Yeah.
And on such a great note, fans, tweet them, let them know that you want to see them here in studio. And now, Isaac, where may the people find you?
You may find me on Twitter at Isaac Johnson, Instagram The Isaac Johnson. You can also follow Cocktail Cinema. We're going to be reviewing Captain America Civil War next and telling you how many drinks it takes to get through that movie.
And Ivana, you told us you're at Ivana Milicevic for Instagram and Twitter. Anywhere else we can find you?
I mean, Facebook, Power. But I don't really know. That's out on Power. Yeah. And no, not really. Do I need more?
No, you don't. You really don't.
No,
Snapchat, I'll be shocked if one day. Yeah.
And I'm your other host, Oriana Leo. You can find me on Twitter at Miss Oriana Leo or on Instagram at Oriana Leo. And please support my new baby. If you want to be fit and fabulous like me, please go follow Tilt by Oriana. That's on Twitter and Instagram.
What's this?
You'll find out later.
Yeah, you're going to have to follow to find out. Thanks for hanging out with us,
guys. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Banshees forever!
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.